So as you know, the Fed met on the 30th and the 1st, and the rate cuts that we've all been anxiously waiting for did not happen. They held steady with the rates. Initially there were 3 rate cuts that were going to be penciled in for 2024. And the last time I addressed this, I really had a 50-50 expectation that it would happen at this meeting. And I thought if not this meeting, then definitely by the meeting over the summer. But it doesn't seem like those rate cuts are going to happen, at least not the 3 that they had predicted. So, for those of you that have been on the sidelines waiting for these cuts to partake in the market, my advice to you would be if you are able and ready to go ahead and do so, because here's what will happen. At some point, rates will get cut. And as the backlog continues to grow of buyers who are anticipating cuts and therefore waiting, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then before you know it, the rates get cut. And then all that pent up demand floods into the market. And it puts us in the same situation we were in back in 21. You have 10 buyers for every one house. And next thing you know, you're having to offer over ask. And you're possibly maybe not getting certain closing costs covered by the seller that are traditionally covered by most sellers. So my advice at this point would be go ahead, like I said, if you're ready and you're able to, you're qualified to buy, go ahead and find you a house and go ahead and buy, because what'll happen is once those rates get cut, you'll be able to refi. And like I've said before, there are lenders, and I know because I work with some of them, who offer to waive their fees if you refi with them within a certain amount of time of purchasing, because they're trying to address this issue of rates being on the high side and possibly dropping, within a certain amount of time after people are purchasing. So I really encourage you to consider going ahead and getting in if the only reason you're not in is because you're waiting for these rates to drop. It is possibly going to be a madhouse. It's going to be like Black Friday in the real estate market when these rates do pop down. And if you're able to go ahead and get in at a good price, then I encourage you to do so. Values aren't going to go as fast as prices. So what's going to happen is the appraisals are going to hold steady. So when you have to offer significantly more than the list price to win the contract, you're going to have to come up with that in cash. And so if you go ahead and get in now, you can avoid that scenario, get in at a good price, and just refi your rate later. So the Fed's meeting again over the summer, and we'll see what happens then.